Think of those stressful times in your life, moments when you felt lost, lonely and helpless, when you just wished someone could help you make sense of everything and point you in the right direction. We've all been there, haven't we? Now imagine having the greatest teacher, Jagadguru Bhagavan Sri Krishna himself, always by your side, offering that clarity whenever you need it through the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. In the next 9 minutes, you will unlock Krishna's final, most transformative message, key insights that relate to your own life, helping you master your mind, experience your true self, remove confusion and delusions, and bring out the best version of you. Let's begin. Echoing the wisdom of revered ancient teachers, the analogy of a sculptor chiseling a statue from a rock carries profound meaning. The concealed form inherent in the rock demands the discerning eye of the sculptor, coupled with skill, dedication and patience to unveil the exquisite statue. Similarly, enlightenment is not about acquiring new knowledge from somewhere else. Rather, it involves revealing what already resides within our understanding but has only been shrouded. In the vast haystack of life, similar to a person searching for a lost diamond ring, our journey unfolds in a quest to reveal the brilliance within. The layers of ignorance, beliefs and misinformation act as the hay that obscures the precious knowledge waiting to be uncovered. Much like the seeker persistently clearing the haystack to find the ring, our path involves peeling away the veils that shroud the innate wisdom within all of us. The complete essence of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita can be distilled into a single shloka as demonstrated by none other than Sri Ramana Maharshi in response to a seeker's inquiry about its feasibility. The Maharshi pointed to Shloka 10:20 of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says in Shloka 10:20, I am the Self, Arjuna, situated within all living entities. I am the origin, middle, and also the end of all beings. This profound truth encapsulates the core teachings, leading us to recognize the divine essence not only within ourselves, but existing equally in all living beings and everywhere. What is the liberation that Krishna teaches ways to attain? It is the liberation from being a slave to one's own mind, ego or assumed I, and from the ignorance of one's true self. The mind can be called a certain pattern of thoughts based on one's gunas with which one is born. The particular blend of the three gunas that forms the inherent nature of a person happens by chance. One of my revered teachers would always say, in the study of philosophy, never ask why, but ask how. It is because the why question, coupled with duality, is the one that leads to fictional stories, the belief in them, the emergence of godmen, godwomen, and the cults that come along with them. The ego is a version of the I that the mind projects, primarily hindering a person from coming to terms with situations. This stems from the perception of deserving better based on the projected version of their I. Consequently, when they are attached to objects and fail to acquire them, their inability to reconcile with the situation affects their state of mind. In the second chapter, Krishna advised Arjuna that attachment to sense objects gives rise to desires, leading to anger, delusion, confusion of memory, and the destruction of intelligence, ultimately resulting in a person's downfall. Once a seeker eliminates all elements of mysticism or religion typically associated with terms like liberation, moksha or salvation, clarity emerges. By simply discarding the assumed I and realizing one's divinity pervasive in all living beings and non-living entities, they attain the highest state. As Krishna stated at the end of chapter 2, the individual who renounces attachment to all sense objects, lives without a sense of ownership, and is free from false pride, achieves peace. This spiritual state, known as the Brahmi sthiti or Brahmi state, dispels confusion from the mind and facilitates the attainment of nirvana in the Supreme Brahman. Therefore, liberation, synonymous with moksha or nirvana, is a sthiti or state of the mind, of course. Consider a past situation that was so complex and stressful it caused you palpitations, heartburns, fear and anger. Seeking reassurance from a friend who listened to you patiently suddenly made you feel better, even though the situation remained unchanged. What happened is that you learned to come to terms with the situation, at least for a short time, helping you push emotions away and think more clearly. Although what I've said so far might sound easily relatable and not too complicated, the journey to comprehend this profound truth does require navigating through multiple mental layers of beliefs, fears, superstitions, preconceptions, and misleading information. In his patient guidance to Arjuna, Krishna leads him through three pivotal stages, with the pinnacle being the third, the attainment of Atmajnana, the ultimate knowledge of the all-pervading self, or the Supreme Brahman, personified as Bhagavan Sri Krishna. In contrast to organized religions that lay belief and obedience as their main conditions, the Srimad Bhagavad Gita transcends such unintellectual notions. Krishna never demands blind belief or ritualistic practices. Instead, at the end of his discourse, he asks Arjuna, who represents us, to fully reflect on what he has heard and to do what he wishes to do. That is the true freedom on the path of seeking knowledge, as opposed to becoming a mental slave to any belief system, religion, or cult. Be free, embrace the path of knowledge, live life, love life, and relish as well as celebrate every moment of it. I wish you a wonderful, peaceful, and enriching life ahead, blessed with happiness, great health, freedom, peace, and prosperity. Jai Shri Krishna. Takeaways from Bhagavan Krishna's teachings in a nutshell. Unlocking the wisdom within. Discard cowardice and other emotions and perform your duty without expectations. Approach every task as an offering to Krishna, ensuring your best effort. Let social responsibility be your guiding principle in all your actions. Revere those who use reason and logic to explain profound truths. Seek understanding through questioning. Understand the three gunas or qualities, sattva or goodness, rajas or passion, and tamas or ignorance, born of prakriti or nature. They tightly bind the immutable embodied self in the body. Acknowledge that your actions originate from the blend of the three gunas within you. Your self is the observer. Actions result from the interaction of sense organs with sense objects. Dedicate all your actions to the Supreme Brahman or Krishna, relinquishing attachment to works to remain untouched by karma, like a lotus leaf unaffected by water. Master the mind. When controlled, it becomes the best friend, but uncontrolled, it transforms into the worst enemy. Abandon the three gates of hell, lust, greed, and anger. Completely discard them. Recognize the connection of everything to Krishna, symbolizing the thread of existence. Understand the unseen truth as the Svarupa or original state, and all that is seen as the Vibhuti or manifestation of Brahman or Krishna. Genuine comprehension of Krishna's teachings is rare. Aspire to be among those who truly understand the philosophy. Reject misconceptions of the all-pervading Krishna having a specific form. Proper understanding transcends such notions. Realize that Krishna is the self in all beings. True vision perceives divinity equally existing everywhere. Shed all feelings of entitlement and embrace your role as a mere instrument. Engage in work with absolute confidence and zero fear. Acknowledge that the Srimad Bhagavad Gita is not a rule book. Krishna invites reflection on his discourse, empowering Arjuna to choose his course of action. Stay blessed. Jai Shri Krishna.